Hello children, today's our topic is data handling. What is data? Data is collection of information. Collection of information with a purpose. What is handling? What is data handling? The collected information we have to organize it in a proper manner so that it will be easy to understand. So that organizing the data is nothing but data handling. Organization of data is data handling. Actually, why must we know about handling the data? In day-to-day life, we come across many situations where we happen to collect the information and organize it in a proper manner. So, if you observe, teacher collects the attendance from the students, and also when you are given project works also, you will be researching in different sources, through different sources, and collect the information and present it to your teacher. And when you want to organize some family functions, you gather the information about number of guests, number of dishes, these all. And even government also collects the information about the population of the country, which is called as census. And when you want to buy or purchase any goods like a car, laptop and mobile, firstly you will see which brand is having good reputation, and also you will see is it budget friendly or not. You will compare the price, you will see RAM, ROM, these kind of things also, and then you will decide which goods you want to buy, and you will come to a conclusion. Having the knowledge of data handling or statistical knowledge will help us to take right decisions, conclusions, and meaningful predictions also. At this point, I want to mention a famous person, Sir Ronald Fisher. He was a great statistician and biologist. He was known for his contributions to experimental design and population genetics. That's why he is known as the father of modern statistics and experimental design. Let us see the concept map of this chapter, children. In this chapter, we are going to learn new concepts, some of the new concepts, that is representative value. To find the representative value or central tendency. To find this representative value, we have some measures. So, measures of representative values or central tendency. And we also learn about finding range and drawing double graphs, and to find the chance and probability. Let us see what you have learnt in previous classes about this topic. In previous class, you have learnt about data. Data is nothing but the collection of information with a particular purpose. After collecting the data, we put the data in tabular forms using tally marks, which makes us easy calculation. And you also learnt about pictograph, reading pictograph and drawing pictograph. What is pictograph, children? Representing the data through pictures. If we represent the given data through pictures, it is known as pictograph. You also learnt about it. And the next one is bar graph. Reading the bar graph and drawing the bar graph also you have learnt. What is bar graph? Representing the data through bars or rectangles. Let us see the concept of representative value. Who is the representative for your class? The class leader. Who is the representative for the children in your school, the head boy and head girl. Likewise, even when quiz competitions also, everybody in the group will not answer for the single question. Only one person will get up and answer to the question. One person acts as a representative there. Here also, in our topic, representative means a number which will represent the group of numbers. That means among the values, among so many numbers, only one value acts as a representative, which is known as representative value, or the other name for this is central tendency. Central tendency. This central tendency or main value or representative value or central value will be calculated through three methods. That is mean. By finding mean we can find this central tendency, or median. By finding median we can find the central tendency, and also mode. We have three ways. We have three ways to find this representative value. Under the measures of central tendency or representative values, the first one is mean, which can be also called as arithmetic mean. The mean is nothing but the average. Simply, it is average of the given data, given numbers. One word you need to remember, children, here: observations. Observation or observations. What is an observation here? Every number in the given data is known as observation. Okay, we'll be using this word also whenever we use observation, that is a numerical value from the given data. Okay, average of the given data is known as mean. Okay, now suppose you have two numbers 3 and 4. What is the average of these two numbers? How to find the average? Means the exactly middlemost number of these two numbers is average. That we'll calculate like this. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 by 2 is nothing but 3.5. What is the average of 4 and 6? 4 and 6, if you have, middlemost number is 5, we know that. But if you calculate in this manner, 4 plus 6 divided by 2, here is equal to 10 by 2, which is 5. Middlemost value is 5, we know that. But as per the calculation also, we got the same value. So, mean is nothing but the average of the given numbers. Here, since we have two observations, two numbers, we have divided the sum of the numbers with 2. Let us see, to find the average of 3 numbers, then we need to add them. And how many digits are there here? How many numbers are there here? 3. We'll divide it. So, the sum is 6 by 3, which is 2. The average of these two numbers, the 3 numbers, is 2. Let us see one more example, children. Find the mean of first 5 odd numbers. What are the first 5 odd numbers? 1, next is 3, next 5, 7 and 9. These are the first 5 odd numbers. Then we need to find the mean of first 5 odd numbers. Then, as we already discussed, that the mean is nothing but average. We'll add all these odd numbers and divide with, how many odd numbers are there? 5. Divide with 5. What is the sum, children? 4 plus 5, 9. 9 plus 9, it is 18. 18 plus 7, it is 25. 25 divided by 5, which is 5. The average of first 5 odd numbers or the mean of first 5 odd numbers is 5. So, by observing all these examples, we can conclude that mean is equal to, arithmetic mean is equal to, as a formula, sum of observations divided by number of observations. You need to remember this formula, children. Let us see the topic range, children. What is the definition of range? Difference between the highest and the lowest observations. Observations means numbers I told. From among the given data, what is the least and what is the highest number we need to find the difference. Okay, once see this example. In this, what is the highest value, highest observation? Highest value in this is 54. What is the least value? Lowest. Least one is 23. So, range is the difference between highest and lowest value. So, difference is equal to 54 minus 23, which is 31. So, 31 is a range of these numbers.